Morning, guys. Welcome to Coffee Chat. Wow, delicious. A lot of people used to ask, "Hey, how do you make your coffee?" And what I used to tell them is, "Well, I put in hazelnut cream, that coffee made stuff, and then I, sprinkle in some cinnamon shavings." Well, a lot of folks got on in the community and saying, "Hey, David, you better look into what's in that coffee mate creamer." And so, sure enough, we did. And we've stopped using it completely. And so now what we use to make our coffee is we actually use natural heavy whipping cream. We use a hazelnut syrup that's made from, real ingredients. And then on top of that, I put my cinnamon shavings in there, which are real cinnamon shavings. So we've changed that whole thing. I guess the toxicity of that coffee made stuff. Wow. Anyway, thank you guys for actually bringing that to our attention. And we completely investigate that and totally had no clue whatsoever and absolutely stopped using it. That's for sure. But I'll tell you, the way we make it now tastes even better than any of that, pre-made creamer and all that kind of stuff. This is just amazing. Absolutely. Well, guys, the articles that I was reading today, I'll tell you what, if you can't see this wrecking ball that's on the way now, I don't know what is going to convince you. Well, the first article is talking about 14 million jobs disappearing globally, within the next 5 years. And now we're not talking positions. The article is saying something like 60 to 80 million positions are going to be evaporated. No, these are actual jobs, positions, tasks, and things like that. And the reason why it's all going away within the next 5 years is due to AI. And of course, guys, think of this, the introduction of central bank digital currencies. Now, having said that, my previous position in the government and positions like mine under central bank digital currencies could absolutely be totally wiped out. And why is that, guys? Because when you're using a central bank digital currency, right at the point of sale or the point of issuance, taxation can be applied. Bang, just like that. You don't even have to wait for a self-assessing system like we have now, where people go out, they earn their incomes and all this and that. And then, of course, if you're a business and you receive, payments and things like that and all whatever, we're a self-assessing system where you report it. And then, of course, it's determined what you end up paying, and you can write off losses and all this kind of stuff to kind of offset what you may owe. In the new system with central bank digital currencies, you could literally, at point of sale, for instance, you go in there and you tap or you do whatever to make payment. Well, the merchant gets theirs and the government gets theirs. Bingo, instantaneously, right on the spot. Now think of payroll and all these payroll taxes that a lot of businesses have to remit to the government. Well, imagine this. On payday, boom, soon as that money is issued deposited to the credit of your employees, bang, government gets their share automatically. Well, talk about how many jobs do you think that's going to wipe out in the tax department? Well, a number of them. Think of all those collections, guys. They're not going to have to collect anymore because, hey, it's going to be automatic. There's not going to be any avoiding paying tax or not remitting on time and all this kind of stuff. It's going to happen, boom, right on the spot. A lot of administrative jobs. Now, that's just that positions in the tax department of the government, but a lot of administrative jobs, guys, are going to absolutely just evaporate due to the introduction of a lot of AI and the new digital economy that they're bringing us into. It is going to happen big time. And 5 years, I'm telling you what, 5 years is nothing. It's like a blink, and I think it's going to happen a lot sooner than that. Now, the second article borders on the hilarious or the absolute obscene when you think about this. Now, this was a study that was being done, and they're putting this narrative out there just trying to get us to actually believe it. But in this narrative, the idea is that, hey, we're 67% probability towards falling into a recession. And I just almost had to laugh out loud. 67% probability that we're going into a recession? How about a 110% probability that, or actuality that we're already in a recession and have been for probably the last 12 to 18 months? I mean, really. These guys that are putting out this narrative, they must absolutely believe that we are completely dumbfounded and oblivious and we don't know what we're talking about. We've had multiple quarters of no negative GDP growth. That in and of itself right there tells you that we're in a recession. And look at all these regional banks. That's another article that I was reading. All these regional bank failures all around the country, and big time small to medium banks completely collapsing and being absorbed, consolidated by all these major banks. And of course you got Jamie Dimon out there with JP Morgan going, oh, everything is absolutely perfect. And that was an article that I kind of skimmed over, but I just thought, Jamie, come on. I mean, for you it's perfect, but all these small and medium banks, well, they're just getting absolutely decimated. And yet, and the average folks, I mean, come on, year over year prices of products, it is absolutely insane. And then to come out and say, oh, well, we may be 67%. We're going to enter into a recession. Come on, guys. This is just absolute nonsense. In fact, I'd say it's more like 67%. We're going to enter into a major deflationary depression. That's what I think is going to be going down the line. Because, guys, I think what we're going to end up seeing is just ridiculous. When you watch the attack on the US dollar like it has been going on big time, and you got, 19 plus nations applying to join BRICS, and included in there Saudi Arabia, which was the backbone of the US petrodollar, which brought the US dollar into world reserve currency status, taking out the British pound. I'm telling you what, you're going to watch and see that when all of that shifts and those dollars start piling back in here, you're going to watch a tsunami of hyperinflation like you have never, ever seen. And it is going to be catastrophic. Just wait and see what transpires. And you're looking at, the BRICS nation coming out with a new currency to be traded among those nations, developed on distributed ledger technology and whatever. I'm telling you, the world is changing, but it's almost like they want us to absolutely be kind of like, dumbfounded or in total kind of like ignorance of what's really going on. And the truth of the matter is, guys, it's working. Most people are spoon-fed their narrative. And that's why in this space, you watch people getting all either they're FOMOing in or getting fudded out, fear, uncertainty, and doubt. It's because their confidence in it is based on somebody else's conviction and not their own. That's why it's so vitally important for you to really understand this space for yourself and go out there and just investigate it and learn as much as you possibly can, especially about the projects that you're invested in or interested in investing in and things like that. Don't ever make an investment decision based on somebody else's conviction. Get it for yourself, because I'll tell you what, guys, the truth of the matter is this. If someone like me can come along and I can talk you into it, then somebody else can come along and they can talk you out of it. The answers that you are going to believe the most and have the most confidence in are the ones you find for yourself. I'm talking genuine answers. Now look, YouTube's great. It's great to get out there and have this community where we can share our thoughts, opinions, ideas, suggestions, and all that kind of stuff. But guys, if anything, that's confluence. It's not research. Don't base it on research. That is, you're hearing, look, on my channel, I'm going to tell you flat out, you're getting my 100% biased opinion. Now, why do I have that opinion? Because I've gone out there and do the research. I've done the research. And for me, I am convinced that what I share, I believe in. But look, it's like this. I can share with you my faith, but I can't give it to you. I can share my conviction, but I can't give it to you. And that's why when all the rough patches go up and down and this and that, you'll watch a lot of people like, okay, well, what's going to happen next? And I'm not, because they've based all their confidence on somebody else's opinion or conviction or whatever. And that's why I encourage you guys to go out and do it, because this narrative that's being fed to us, that we're not in a recession. We may be going in. What a load of poppycock. And most people, I think, when you go out and you actually pay for your gas, buy your groceries, pay for your utilities, on and on, or your car insurance or home insurance, you know darn well that we're already in inflation. Look, my car insurance literally just went up 50% year over year. You're telling me that we're not in a recession right now? Come on, guys. And dealing with hyperinflation? Please. And meanwhile, the insurance companies are laying people off by the thousands, yet the rates are going up literally double in some cases. It's absolutely ridiculous. Well, I'll tell you what, guys, I sure hope you're having a fantastic Tuesday. It looks like it's going to be a really, really beautiful day. It is so fresh out right now and feels very lovely to be around and listen to all the birds chirping and stuff like that. So that's all nice. But I'll tell you what, until later on when we have a great video planned for you, I sure hope you have a good one and take care.